Hello everybody, I'm Melanie Mallers and I'm a professor in Human Services. And for my top course assignment, I'm using an actual class I'll be teaching this fall, Human Services 496 and the related component, the lab course. This is our students' third and final 120-hour internship. And so it's pretty intense and requires a lot of reflection. Based on the tools I've learned in this course, I'm going to be doing more group collaboration and more one-on-one interaction, or at least me with the group interacting. So first, this is what the page will look like when students open it up. For each week, I usually put some cute little picture, or I put a link to a YouTube clip or a song just to kind of set the tone for the week. So students will be given the syllabus, of course, and a course orientation with details about how the course works and how I work. But here I have just a reminder of some important details like read their syllabus, check due dates. There's a ton of paperwork that is required for this course, so I kind of remind them about that as well. The first thing that I want them to do in order to build and foster community and connection is to get them to share more about themselves. It helps me get to know them, it helps them get to know me. And so I'm asking that they create a one slide in PowerPoint or in Word where they share their name, pictures of themselves, personal facts, etc. And I ask them then to also respond to 3 classmates. So I've created an example slide. I'll share that with you real quickly. I really like this activity because it's just a simple way to sort of condense in a lot of information without having to read a ton of pages. It's fun, it's bright. Students seem to really resonate with this. So that's mine. And then I've given them an opportunity where they can post theirs. Now in week 1, in addition to doing the intro, I've also decided that I want them to start really honing in on their skills. And I really liked the KWL activity that one of the other instructors used, but I've created a modified version of that. And then I'm also asking that students practice a new skill, which is to use Padlet to post their responses in this activity. What I need to figure out is how in Padlet students can respond to each other. Otherwise, I've created a discussion board where they can do that. But let me share with you what this adapted activity is. So here's a worksheet where they can list out KLWDF. So I've sort of reversed the order and I've added a component. K is what I know, L what I've learned, W what I want to know, D is what I want to do. I've added that, and I also added F what I want to feel. That's a really important component for reflection in human services, so I'm again asking that they add that to it. And I've set up a page, which I had never used before. I learned that from Shelley, thank you. Page is really cool because not only can you put the content, you can also directly link it to web links. So here I've given them the assignment about what this acronym KLWDF is all about. And then I've told them a little bit about what Padlet is. I've said it's sort of like a big giant community sticky board. I've created the direct link for them to log on, and then I've also created my Padlet page. So I'll show you what that looks like. And so here I've posted my sticky note. I didn't know how to post it using the grid boxes, but in this linear kind of column form, it's fine. Again, what I had mentioned earlier is I'm not sure how I can get students to post responses in here, but I'll continue to work on figuring that out. One of the other things that I'm having students do, let me go back to week 1, is I'm having them do just a basic discussion board to continue to talk to each other, to continue to learn and interact. This one, they're focusing on first impressions, and I'm doing that because I want them to start paying attention to themselves and to other people, not only in the class, but obviously at their internship site. So here they're given the opportunity to provide constructive feedback and to continue to collaborate. Week 3, hopefully all the students have now been placed at a site, and I'm giving them an opportunity to continue to reflect on their internship as well as start to decide who they want to work with in their small groups. So what I'm asking them to do is post where they're interning, the population they're working with, their roles and responsibilities. And then I want them to start thinking about the students whose profiles and previous posts they resonated with, and for them to make a suggestion to me about who they want to be grouped with. And then based on groups of 6 to 7, I'm going to set up small Zoom meetings with them the following week. Now, I'm not going to show you a screencast of that because I do know how to set up a Zoom meeting, and this is going to be my actual class, so I didn't want to set up a fake one. But this is going to be just another tool for them to learn to use, another opportunity for collaboration, and will also allow me to create more one-on-one connection with the students. And every other week, we're going to do these Zoom meetings in their small groups, which will allow them to reflect on a prompt or a theme that I will give them each week. Students in this class also have journals, and they have culturally competent assessments and assignments, so all that will also be woven in. One of the things that I want to learn to do is to use those Connect modules that one of the other top faculty used. I'd never heard of that, and I love it, so I'm going to start researching that. I absolutely want to learn how to use the reminder boxes. But overall, what I've set up here is been pretty exciting for me. I've never used Padlet. I've never used Zoom with students, and I'm pretty excited about doing all these new fun things. I'm also really excited that I'm using this Screencast-O-Matic for the first time. I had never done that as well. So I feel like I'm finally entering the 21st century. Overall, I'm excited to bring 496 into a more high-impact practice classroom. And I'm glad that students will have some neat, innovative ways to learn how to collaborate and work together. Thank you very much.